Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Let's start that again. Holy Toledo. Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Today's date is October 23rd, 2024. It is a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday. Boy, it's going to be a good show. Going to be a good show. Tonight's coffee is Blueberry Cobbler from New England brand. Having folks drop on in here. Laurel says, good evening. Looks good and sounds good. Thank you. Hey, we got a bit of a technical difficulty tonight. YouTube is not running my chat. Well, it's running. You can see it. But on my back end, I have a separate chat thing, and I pull it over so I can look at it. It's connected to the show, but not connected to the show. You can't see it. And it's not loading. So the show's loading. We've had this problem in the past. You might remember. We've had this problem in the past. So I have to actually look at the show to see what you guys are saying. Now, that said, what I have done is I have taken one of my windows. I run my browser on this screen, and I run my browser over on this screen, and they're running two different things. Now, I have two browsers on this screen over here. You can't see it, but it's over there. You got two of them. This one right here. That's right. You can't see it. It's not this. This one's not here. It's this one over here. Over here, I've got two, but they're not connected, so they're two separate browsers, and I'm tucking it behind. And the only thing I can see is your text. Your chat box out from the other browser window that's actually running the show. So I'm not seeing myself and then lagging. So yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. So if I don't read your stuff right, keep in mind it's itty bitty text again, and it's way over there. Where before I could just take it off of my other window and pop it up over here and see it, and it's fine. Whatever. Just, it's not. I wonder if I can show that to you. Let's see if I can show that to you. Let's see if I can show you that. That one screen, it's packed full of stuff. Let's see here. Oh, I got to go here first. No wonder I've got to switch my screens. Let's go here. Okay, now it's not there. Now let's see if I can pull up that particular screen so that you can see how it looks. There you go. There you go. You see that there? That's you're not seeing all of it. You're seeing a clip that's clipped off the top. You see how everything is stacked on top of each other? That's how I'm running the show. And then my normal internet's over on my right screen, and I'll pull up there when I need to do standard internet stuff like I normally do. But yeah, so your little section is you see my little mouse right here. There it is. This far section to the far right. That's where you guys are chatting. You can see that. It says Laurel down there. Now watch me chat in there. Hey. There we go. Hey. You see it went in there. So this is definitely going to be interesting. Let's see if I can change my internet out to my regular one now, so I can. Yeah, here we go. Not that one. Here we go. Is it this one right here? Ta-da! And that's my normal internet one. So there we go. Now we go back to here. Yeah, Laurel says, well, all righty and good luck. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It is a mess. Okay, now I got to pop this back up so I can see who's here and who's not here. And each time I do things, everything switches a layer on top of each other and come forward. It's going to be fun if somebody wants to join the Zoom, because then I'll have to be able to see that, at least to get him up. What a mess. Let's see if I can we'll see if there's a glitch or not. Watch this. Reload. Okay, I reloaded it. You should have seen just a slight lag. You should have seen a jump. Did you see a jump there? Because it stopped the stream and then started the stream back up again. Oh, well. Hot in the studio tonight. It was in the mid-70s today. Mother Nature thinks that she wants to go back to summer. All righty, let some folks jump in. I got a little fuzzy right there. That annoys me. Let's see here. This ain't right. Hold on. Let me do something here. See, this ain't right. It's weird. It's fine. Whatever. It's fine. Hey, you notice something? Look at that. Look at the picture there. You see that? You see that? Same shirt. Same shirt. Okay, where is everybody? Where is everybody? Let's pull on up here. Pull up my show notes. My no-shotes. There we go. I only had a couple things I wanted to hit this time. I didn't post about knuckleheads today. I guess that was upsetting folks. Well, come to find out, some of the people, that's all the stuff that they got from mine. That's all they got. Well, yeah, I was posting, between 6 and a dozen or more pieces of content every day, and all they were getting was my knucklehead posts. I can see how that can be a little bit annoying. But, yeah, I'll do this in reverse since we don't have too many viewers yet. We'll let the goodies flow when more folks get in here. My Facebook page is like a restaurant. That's right. It's like a restaurant. Now, let's say you're going, that it's a crack nap entered the waiting room. I don't think so. Laurel says, here we go. Laurel says, I have to check your page a couple times a day to be able to see everything. Yeah, try to tell people that. Let's see if we can, let's see what this guy's doing. Let's view it. Crack nap. Yeah. Remove. He ain't a real person. Gone. I ain't playing them games. Yeah. So, yeah, my Facebook page. Oh, I need to get this out. I don't need to see myself delayed. There you go. Man, this is going to be a pain in the ass. My Facebook page is like a restaurant. That's right. You know what you're going to get. It's like if you see a sign out front and it says a Mexican restaurant, you know you're going to get Mexican food. It says a steakhouse, you know you're going to get steakhouse food. Seafood restaurant, the same thing. Fast food, same thing. Korean, Chinese, Japanese, you name it. Italian. You know what you're going to get. Pretty much. Well, that's like my Facebook page and my content. You know pretty much what you're going to get. So I always get a kick out of folks that follow my content and then they think they want to tell me what they don't like me posting about. That's like going into the steakhouse and going, I don't like asparagus. Don't fucking eat asparagus. Don't order it. I don't like pork chops. I prefer steak. Then order steak. You see the pork chop on the menu, just move on down. Don't even bother. You don't need to tell the proprietor that you don't like Brussels sprouts or mixed vegetables or rice or, you don't need to tell them that. Just move along. You're not going to like everything on the menu. I'm sorry, I want a beer, but I don't like these other 3 beers. Then don't order those 3 beers. It's the same way with my page and the content. You don't like the particular bit of content that's on my page, scroll on by. Don't tell me you don't like it. Some folks like it. I posted up a lot of that knucklehead stuff because those who follow my content for quite a while, they'd find it humorous. Because I deal with that shit all the time. Most of the time I don't post about it. People think, oh, that's all you... No, I am constantly cleaning that page up. But we had 1,500 plus people in just over a week join the ride. And then a crap ton more see it peripherally and start commenting. I had a lot of cleanup to do. So I thought I'd share that. And then like Laurel gives me hell. Gus gives me hell. Gus gives me hell. Damn it, I didn't see it, John. I didn't get to see that when I show someone to the door. Well, I thought that was a good one. We'll just sit back and we'll just let things roll till he shows himself out, and then I'll just copy everything down and I'll show everybody exactly what happened. I figured folks would enjoy it. I think most did. But yeah, I'm done. I'm moving on with that. I'm going to go back to the silent moderating and not giving a shit because it keeps the place clean. It's like everybody likes a sausage. They don't like to see it being made. Fair enough. Just know that it's being made, that I'm working hard on the back end, trying to keep the place free and clear of shit-flinging monkeys and a place where folks of similar mind can have good conversation. And I get rid of trolls. That big long one was a troll. He wanted to troll. He was passive-aggressive in his trolling, but he was trolling. He didn't need to post that shit. It wasn't about expanding the dialogue and being critical of shit. No, it wasn't. I just posted that Revelation has no S in it. That's it. You don't need to tell me that you don't think that the Bible is real. That's trolling. It has nothing to do with it. That's like going to Harry Potter. Harry Potter has 17 chapters, not 12. Well, I don't think Harry Potter's a very good book. Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. You're going to talk about what the subject is how many chapters are in Harry Potter. So yes, the book of Revelation in the New Testament, in the Bible, does not have an S. It's Revelation, not Revelations. Here's another thing. People think apocalypse means like doom and destruction. No, apocalypse just means the knowing, the awakening, the unveiling of. That's the apocalypse. That's why, if you remember the movie Apocalypto? It's that movie about I think it was Central America, Central South America. It's the Mayans or Amazonians or something. I don't know. Mayans, maybe. Probably the Mayans. And you're following these two groups of Central American folks, and, someone's using it for slaves and sacrifice. And, Apocalypto. Good movie, actually. Good movie. Not a bit of English in it. Not a bit of English in it. Good movie. Apocalypto means the... Damn it, what the hell? My my Zoom just died and is now restarting. Lord Almighty. But yeah, Apocalypto. That's about the apocalypse. It was the end of the Mayan calendar. and the world didn't come to an end. Let me close this back up just like this. And you somebody bench. Oh, this is going to be... I got gremlins. I got gremlins in the system tonight. And I restarted sure that it was okay. Okay, let's see whether they... Okay, good. Good. It kept all the same settings. Okay, now back to this. Lord Almighty. But yeah, so people think Revelation, it's not Revelations, it's Revelation. So hey, there's a reason why I keep it on my fiction shelf. Why don't you just shove your head up your fiction shelf? Hey, says error. It's not receiving data. Hey, Laurel, is the show still plugging along? I'm getting gremlins over here. We got a few folks watching. Type up and let me know that it might be glitching now. I don't know. Skipping really bad. Yeah. You, Somony. YouTube is not receiving. We've also had internet issues today. Have no idea why. No, it's not you, Laurel. Jacqueline, I do see it. Says, can you see the comment I made? Well, just right here it says, can you see the comment I made? Yeah, it's not you, Laurel. It's me. Okay, should have excellent connection now. The glitches should be done. Yeah, folks who are just joining the show now know that I'm running the show differently. YouTube is screwed up on the back end. I actually had to take a live show, slide it off a web browser on one, and then slide it into another and tuck it behind so I can't see the show itself, or else I'd see three shows going on because I have YouTube back end, my Streamlabs, and the live show running at the same time. That's insane. Yeah, I told you, Laurel. I knew it was better. It says I'm excellent. I'm in the green, super green. Let's see if that'll work for a while. Jacqueline had sent me a message. I think it was last night she sent it. I got it in the morning. I was having my cup of coffee and went through my messages, and one of them was hers. And she's like, hey, this is a synopsis. Why'd you want a yes or a no on the, would you follow my content on Facebook if you could not comment? Well, I explained a lot of the reasons. Now I'm going to explain a lot of the reasons for that post. Some of you might get it, and some of you, oh, gee, this is kind of interesting. The first thing is the post is to create interaction. Interaction sparks the algorithms. You'll notice every once in a while I'll post up a bit of content that will prompt participation. Which do you get rid of, A, B, C, or D? Jacqueline says, I could see the video, but had trouble finding out how to open the chat. Oh, okay. Well, did you get it open now? It's different depending upon what device you're on, whether you're on an iPad or laptop or cell phone. It's different. So, but yeah, so people need to interact. So when they comment, it helps the algorithm. So I put out stuff that's specifically meant to have people engage. They can't just, I'm reading it, but hell, he asked a question, so I'm gonna answer it. So that's number one. It's to cause engagement. Number two, it was kind of a funny thing on my end. It's like, yeah, watch how many people answer and they comment, but they don't say yes or no. Simple instructions. I wrote it out for, that's the first thing. Here's the question. So people would just go on and tell me what they thought about interactions online and whether they found them valuable and what they did, but they wouldn't answer. They didn't answer yes or no. And folks, I stopped going back and prompting them. I got tired of it. But you'd notice I'd go in and I'd respond to them and go, okay, fair enough. Now is that a yes or no? Well, that does two things. It does two things. It gets the answer that I want. I want a yes or a no. And it also causes at least two more comments, my comment and their comment. So there you go. So at a minimum of those things, there's going to be 3 comments instead of 1 comment. Ah, look at that. I tripled the algorithm for comments on that one post, on that one member's post. So there's the second reason. I'll get to the third reason, but one gal's like, she said, basically, here's another thing, synopsis. She would for a little while, but not long, because she likes interaction. And then she goes, that's not what you want to hear. It's like, no, you don't understand. That's exactly what I want to hear. I've got no dog in this fight. I just want to hear yes or no. I don't care whether you say yes or no. I just want to hear yes or no. Because that goes to the second part. Or the psychology part behind the question. It's why people use social media, the mediums that they do, and how they interact on that particular medium. And it's a deep subject. Now, number one, let me tell you, the vast majority of the people that answered said yes, they'd still follow me. Some of them didn't care whether they commented or not, and that's fine. Most of them said they'd follow me, but they would prefer, and that they think that without that interaction, there'd be something lacking. That I agree. Again, I got no dog in this fight. I understand how the system works. I understand how the medium works. I understand how the platform works. I also understand what helps me get paid. And if I shut off all comments, I wouldn't get paid at all. Because that's 1/3 of the algorithms. The algorithms go on interaction that could be emojis, comments, shares, and how much it's been seen. Okay? Now, the shares and the seen, that's a part of reach, and that's a complicated system in the back end. But it's like the Pareto distribution. See, Facebook limits my reach. They're not supposed to, but they do. Most people don't get my stuff. I've got, how many followers do I have? Here's another thing. I'm going to stop saying people follow my content. Everybody says followers. If I follow Ben Shapiro's page, I'm a follower of Ben Shapiro. It doesn't mean that he's a god. It means I'm a follower of his content, but nobody says, I'm a follower of Ben Shapiro's content. No, you're a follower of Ben Shapiro. I got 9.5 thousand followers. I can tell you the vast majority of those do not get my posts. I know because I look at the back end. Facebook is throttling me. Now, that said, Pareto distribution. That means it's a distribution that was derived for monetary purposes. Explain monetary, how the largest amounts of money are consolidated with a small portion of the population. Well, they figured out this works in nature too. So with plants and resources, the distribution is exactly the same. So those who have get exponentially more, and the more you get, it's exponentially more. Think of like a snowball rolling down a hill. That's the Pareto distribution. Starts out small. By the time it gets to the bottom, each roll collects vastly much more snow. So by the time it gets to the bottom of the hill, it's absolutely huge. That's the Pareto distribution. Well, the Pareto distribution works exactly the same in reverse. If you stop getting views and you stop getting resources, you exponentially lose that. So it's always a battle. Gain or lose, gain or lose. And it's really rough on Facebook because they're setting the stage against me. Not just me. A lot of people. Some people they're pushing, and that's fine. Well, it's not fine. They shouldn't be pushing anybody. But that's how it works. So if I can spark things and I get more content, if I get more comments, more interaction, more shares, then the post goes viral. Or as I call it, semi-viral, because I've had only one go truly viral. And that one took off. And that was a couple months ago. You remember that one. I've had semi-viral since then. You got to spark it. And it's funny because you can never tell which posts are going to do that. Sadly, my best posts don't get the views. I work hard. I put in time, research, do my articles, post them up there. They get very few views compared to just bullshit stuff. I can post up a meme. I can grab a cartoon and post it up there. It'll get more views than an article that I wrote. And which do you think is really more important? Yeah, the article. So I'm fighting this system back and forth. So I will never shut down my comments on Facebook. But that gets back to the psychological issue. Go ahead. You guys still getting this? I ask every once in a while if people don't talk. I understand that you're not having much to say, but it'd suck for me to talk for 15 minutes and nobody heard anything. Laura's still listening. Okay, good. So here comes a psychological thing. If somebody is following my content, and it's not, look, this is ego aside. I don't care. My content is just content. Doesn't matter. It's mine because I asked. But it could be anything. If they're following content because they truly are interested in the content, that's it. And they don't care about commenting because the full intent of following that page is to get the content, they'd follow either or. Because Jacqueline says, thank you for explaining how important it is to interact with your posts and content. All you got to, likes. And I say this, like, give it an emoji, say something, I agree, or use a GIF comment. It's fun. Make a game out of it. Drop a GIF comment on there and share it. It's all important. It pushes the algorithm. But, okay. I follow some people. I very seldom post. And then there's a bunch of people I post on every once in a while. I'll go into my home feed and I'll just post on stuff, normally stuff that I'm not following anybody. I'll just post it because it's, okay, whatever. There's people I follow on like YouTube. I very seldom ever comment on the people. Well, sometimes, but normally I don't. I don't follow them so that I can comment. If I couldn't comment, I'd still follow them. Because that's not why I am not following them so that they can hear what John has to say. It's not why I'm doing it. But most people online, if they can't, they'll stop. Why? Because it's not really about the content. It's about them using the content to spark their own ego. Well, you see this, watch the people post. You can tell the people that are they're genuinely, they just want to have a discussion. That's fine. And then there's the people, because I pay attention to this. They come to my page because I have a bigger following, although I'm still a small fish, a bigger following than them, or it's a platform to show everybody else how smart they are. Whatever. Do your thing. But I see what you're doing. It's like the people that post up an article. I do an article, and then they post up an article about my article. It's like, why don't you have your own page? Why don't you take the time to write right off the top of your head, write up your own article and put it on your own page, get your own following? No, again, I don't mind. Go ahead, post up. I'll tell you what. I've got enough stuff on my plate that if somebody posts up an article, God's honest truth, I ain't reading it. I don't have the time. They're just a single person. They read my article on my page, and now they're going to do a dissertation after it. I don't have the time to read that. I'll read a few paragraphs. That's fine. But I'm not going to read the whole thing. I can't. Again, that's the same way as go to the pinned comments. I'm not there to debate anybody. I can't. Can you imagine me having to debate everybody? People get pissed off. They think that they have some right to throw down the gauntlet, and then I've got to debate them, or I've got to justify and support my view. No, there's my views, my article right there. It is what it is. Jacqueline says, "What? You're not all about being a narcissist." Yeah, I guess. My page. I'm gracious to everybody. I try to explain time and place. If I'm at your house, it's your house. You're at my house, it's my house. You yield to whoever owns the house. It's that simple. You're coming to my page. You should be coming to my page because you want to hear what I have to say. That's not being narcissistic. Hell, I'm a social and political commentator. That's what I do. I put my stuff out there. You don't want to hear it? Fine. Block me, Amadeus. Don't darken my virtual doorstep. I don't care. I don't take offense to it. Narcissism is coming in and throwing monkey flop all over the place, and then thinking that you're more important than I am on my own page. That's pretty damn narcissistic. Like that last guy. Oh, I don't like narcissists. I don't allow narcissists or something like that. Narcissism. So you're probably going to block me. Bitch, you were the narcissist. You just bit all over it. It ain't your page. It ain't your page. Ain't your content. You were trolling. Stop it. That's narcissism. Thinking that you're going to be the most, that's the thing. Everybody thinks they're the most important thing no matter where they go, and that ain't so. And that's the same way with me. I go to somebody else's page. I'm not the most important thing there. They are. It's their page. Thank you very much for letting me see it. If I don't agree with it and I don't want to see it no more, I can deal with it the way I see fit. And it ain't announcing, I think you're an asshat and I'm going to block your ass. No, that's a show for the world. Just leave. I don't go to somebody's page and go, you're a complete slime ball. How dare you? I'm going to block you. No, they won't even know I'm there. Oh, I'm just going to open it. There you go. Why the hell would I do that? That'd be narcissistic. I'm not a narcissist. I know my worth. I know my skills. I know my intelligence. I know my limitations. It is what it is. I tend to underplay most of the stuff. Jacqueline says, I can be pretty verbose and detailed. I'll do my best to be more concise. No, you were fine. You did post a longer post, though, I think. But, yeah, I speed read most of that. Now your private message you sent me, I read it. I read it all. Here's another thing you have to understand about social media, too. You have to hit the right spot. Those articles I posted up an article today. What the hell was that article? That was it was about the left. Setting the radical left has dictated the battlefield in terms of the battle to the detriment of us all. That's a long article. That's about standard length for my articles back years ago. A lot of people don't read them. They need to. And they need to read it all the way to the end, because a lot of times there's stuff at the very end. It's like, oh shit. John pulled a switcheroo there. I wasn't thinking like that. So read the whole thing. But on Facebook, I was finding, again, I can spend about 20 seconds coming up with a concise, clever, what I call bumper sticker post. Boom. Done. Couple sentences. Have at it. It'll get more views and more shares than an article that I spent, 3 hours writing. So, yeah, I got to mix it up a bit. More so since I ain't getting paid very much. Ain't getting paid very much. I'm settling in. I had 1 month it was okay. The highest month that I ever made on Facebook was $500. $500. You go, wow, that's a lot of money. Yeah, do you see how much content I put out there? You wouldn't work a week and the hours that I put in for $500. I'm settling in somewhere between $100 and $150 now a month. Like, holy shit. Yeah, think about it. So, like I tell people, every little bit counts. Every little bit helps. Comment, share, emoji. I got a link on there if you'd like to donate directly. That way I don't have to worry about Facebook. And there are a few people that donate on the side. You can make a single payment, or you can set up and make a monthly payment. You know, even $5 a month goes a long ways, especially with a lot of followers. Links in the description. If you're unable to do that, no worries. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll never put my stuff behind a paywall. Jacqueline says those people are one of the results log of the what the hell? One of the results log all the participation awards and never hurt your kids' feelings by correcting them. And they're only something the kids. What the hell was that? Like I said, this is really small. It's like it's 2 feet. It's over 2 feet. It's damn near 3 feet away, and it's small. Only something to kids. I think that you typed that out wrong. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. But yeah. We don't have too many folks. Hey Gus, are you out there? You out there in the weeds? The gals are molting. The gals are molting again, so we ain't been getting very many eggs. I think the last couple of days we didn't get any eggs. I told the missus, I said, if we need to go to the store and get you some eggs, we can get you some eggs. And she's like, no, we're okay for right now. I'm like, okay. Jacqueline says, teeny keyboards and auto corrupt. Yeah. No, I get it. Gus says, my fat fingers. Yeah. Yeah, what a show tonight. It's they got the gremlins going. Yeah, and little background information. I've been doing this on Facebook for about a decade now. And I just got monetized last year. Didn't start making money. I was monetized, but if you don't make enough per month, they don't give you it. So I just started actually pulling a little bit of money in about 4 months ago. Yeah. So I got enough to buy some whiskey, a little bit of whiskey. But I ain't using it for the whiskey. That's a different budget. This is going to go help offset the grocery bills and other stuff. I said a bunch of that money's going to go to offset the cost of the dulcimer being made. Folks want to give for that too. You can do the same thing. You use the links in the description. You just say, hey, this is to help offset for the dulcimer or whatever. And it's fine. If not, no worries. I'm still paying for it. We've done that before. I think Laurel helped. I think Laurel got me a top handle. No, or was it a side handle? No, side handle. Helped me get a side handle for the new video camera. I think that was you, Laurel. And Laurel donated for, I got a really nice otter tail custom paddle from Fischel Paddles in California from my canoeing. And that's black walnut. Laurel says, yes, it was. And thank you very much, Laurel. It's much appreciated. Yeah, and for the paddle. You helped with the paddle too, didn't you? I think she helped with the paddle too. I know Judy sent me some stuff. This back here. Back there, it's right there. It says, Life's Better in Cowboy Boots. That was sent to me by Miss Judy. Miss Judy at Oklahoma. For the folks new to the show, that's just part of my setup. Let's see here. I'll show you. Let's go here. You can see more of my studio. There it is. My little corner of the studio. But yeah, on the shelf I got my Rougarol Army ball and cap, black powder revolver. And up here I got the Constitution right there. Got a police car. Birdhouse right there. The hole's on the other side. I think I got like my hunting knife and stuff like that back there. And I got a bunch of pewter stuff and my Scottish stuff on the other shelf. Jacqueline says, only hurts the kids when you don't correct them. You're correct. I've written about that too, and I speak about it often. They become angry, bitter, uncentered, rudderless. Laurel says, yes, you kept trying to justify why not to get the yeah, see, yeah. I could have went with a cherry, and cherry was his top seller. But the black walnut's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful wood. But it cost something like about $80 more or something like that. It was an expensive paddle. I think it was something like $379 or something like that total, something like that. It wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap. And Laura's like, no, gonna go get. I've always wanted a otter tail. That's for my deep lake, deep river paddling. Last few times out, I haven't been able to use it. Water's been too narrow. Not that it's always too, but if it comes up too rapidly, I don't want to jam it down into a rock or something like that. And Laurel's like, no, get the one you want. Get the one you want. And I'm like, yeah, I can't now. I don't like spending money. And she's like, no. So she dropped a good chunk of change, and it was much appreciated. The missus dropped a lot. My youngest daughter dropped a lot. It's like, oh, thanks. It's a beautiful paddle. Beautiful paddle. I think I got a picture of it. Let's see if we can pull the picture up of the paddle here. All right. Try to do a search. Fischel. Yeah, here we go. Here you go, folks. This is the Fischel paddle right there. Otter tail. See, it's long and sleek. It's got a leather wrap down on the second half. It makes it, because the shaft is a little bit narrow. And this helps if it brushes up against the side of the canoe. It doesn't make as much noise, and plus it's just nice. There's his logo on it, Fischel. His name is Fischel. See, that's a fish and a shell, Fischel. Another view. Isn't that gorgeous? That is gorgeous wood right there. That's some good old black walnut. That's a paddle you get out in deep water. You never have to take it out of the water. Slide in, it's called the Canadian stroke, the hunter stroke, or the Indian stroke. Damn near the same things. But yeah, beautiful. Beautiful paddle. Let's see here. There's me. And that's when I wrote up about it. And that's me. I'm not using the Fischel paddle, but it's there. Let's see here. Yeah, it's the only thing that's coming up. So that's fine. But yeah, absolutely, absolutely beautiful paddle. It's the last one I'm probably going to get. I got all the paddles I need. I got my Skinny Water, and that was a Bending Branches Explorer 2. It's wide, and it's got a tip protection on it. Really nice paddle. Then I got my Beaver Tail paddle from Bending Branches, and that's Beaver Tail. And I use that most of the time. When I start out and I'm in Skinny Water, then I'll use my Explorer 2. When I get away from shore a little bit, I usually grab that Beaver Tail, and that's what I use. And then if I get into the deeper water where I know I'm not going to run into anything, well, I grab that Otter Tail, and I enjoy the rest of the time there. Now, those are my three main. And then I also bring my kayak paddle. And that's a Aquabound something. It's their most popular one. It's two parts, and you can also turn it. You can change the angle of the blades, and it's carbon fiber, and then I think the blades they're not carbon fiber. The shaft is carbon fiber, and the blades are whatever the hell it is, some sort of plastic stuff. But it's their most popular one. So I use that just in case if I need to scoot. But, yeah. I get my Phoenix, my North Star Phoenix canoe. She's a sports car. Carbon fiber. She's carbon fiber, baby. Light. I think it's just over 20 pounds for the whole thing. Light. Not a canoe I'd let somebody that's never been out canoeing with, because they'll get wet. They'll tip over in it. It's pretty narrow. We'll get the Lincoln. I got my dad's Lincoln. I grew up with the Lincoln, 16-footer. That's good and wide. I couldn't get it finished this year. Sorry, folks. I tried. It's like, oh, the weather sucked. I only got to be out on the water, maybe 3-4 times this last summer. I was mad. Horrible weather. And then it was raining in between. It's like, oh. Gotta finish that canoe. Get it out there. She's a beast. But steady. Took the missus up to Winnipesaukee this last weekend. Took a drive up there. Not to the lake, but in the lake's region. We saw the lake, but we weren't specifically going to the lake. We were driving around the foothills and the little mountain areas around Winnipesaukee, back roads. Hadn't made it up there this year. We usually going up to Alton Bay 3-4 times easy a year and sit up there, spend the day, and watch the boats. That's a southern tip of Winnipesaukee. Winnipesaukee is the largest lake in New Hampshire. New Hampshire's got some pretty big lakes. You know, on Golden Pond, that's Squam. That's north of Winnipesaukee. You got Squam, Winnisquam, Winnipesaukee, then a bunch of other small lakes around them. And that's just in one little cluster. The Ossipee Lake. Over to the east of that, it's a good-sized lake. A lot of lakes. A lot of lakes and ponds. All right, so what do we got? What we going on here? Oh yeah, and so the dulcimer. I love walnut. So it's not going to be black walnut, but get walnut. It's called Claro walnut. And it's going to should be fairly figured. Claro walnut for the dulcimer, for the sides and the back, and the top will be a ambrosia maple. It's going to be darn pretty. I keep waiting. Oh, we're in the last week of the month. I think according to his website, he's supposed to be 3 weeks or so. It's like, oh. Any day now, I'm hoping. Whatever. Started the order process last November. He didn't get to it. But if you want something really bad, don't mess with the Craftsman. Doesn't make me happy, but I want it because there's not another one out there that I wanted, and this is a custom beauty. Custom beauty. Beauty. Yeah, Obama at the Harris rally. You know, I don't understand how we got so toxic and just so divided and so bitter. Really, Barack? You don't know. 20 years of shitting on everybody on the right. White men, Christians, traditional values, America itself. Anybody that isn't a left-wing lunatic gets crapped on, and now we finally had enough? Please. Laurel says he needs to look in the mirror. Yes, he does. He needs to look in the mirror, and then he needs to stay in the bathroom. Just stay there. Go play with Big Mike. Go play with Big Mike. Some people say Big Mike's a guy. I don't care. I don't care one way or the other. I don't care one way or the other. I know Barack's gay. I mean, that's and again, I don't care about that either. It is what it is. That's between him and whatever. Not my circus. Not my circus. I go, not my circus, not my monkeys. Oh, you're getting racist. No, it's an old saying. You know what? I call my grandkids monkeys too. And only 2 of them are black. Oh, they go, oh, yeah. Yeah, the folks know. Yeah, I got a couple black grandkids. I don't care. People are people. You're either good or you're not. You're an idiot or not. Whatever. I got better things to worry about. But yeah, Barack Obama, go away. Go away. Oh, and his pictures on when he was, he's on the beach and he's got shorts on. Look at his pecs. What? He's got bitch tits. Stop it. It's like, stop it. Oh man, I'm not in the shape that I was back, 20 years ago, but no, Barack was not this specimen of fitness. No, sorry. No. I posted up pictures of what I look like without a shirt. People get all pissed off. Put your shirt back on. Jesus Christ. It's not like I'm modeling or anything. I posted pictures I was talking about fitness. You know me. I don't walk around without my shirt on, and I don't wear like T-shirts that are 2 sizes too small, and I'm always wearing a button-up shirt. My arms are covered almost always from the shoulder to the wrist to the ankles. No, it's not one. That's not an arm. That's a leg. Look, I'm not out there. I'm not out there, doing the poses for folks. Stop it. I had on a long sleeve T-shirt for that one show, and Laura's like, no button-up shirt. I think that was you. Either you or Judy. It was probably Laura. No button-up shirt. Nah, I don't always wear them. Most all the time. Most all the time. Please. Out there trying to impress anybody. Oh, some it was you, Laurel? Yeah. Some feller he asked. He tried to rope me into it. Oh, damn you. Damn you. Trying to rope me into it. He was talking about he was posting on the whether they'd follow me or not if they couldn't post. That's good. He didn't come out and say, he roundabout said it, but he didn't come around and say it. Had another gal say, "Oh, I already told you." It's like, no, no, I didn't. Let me read it again. No, you did not tell me. You kind of danced around it, but you didn't say it. But whatever. This other fella, he's like, "Hey, I got a question for you." I guess him and his missus are having a bit of a discussion. He goes, "Is a guy who is 5'6" short?" And then he goes, "Now if that guy put on a pair of boots with a 2-inch heel, would that also make him not short?" Oh, he's trying to rope me in. I'm 6'4". Yeah, 5'6" is short. It's a short guy. Nothing wrong with that. It is what it is. No, you're not 5'3". That's really short. I said it's not. 5'6" isn't really short. I think Tom Cruise is something like 5'6", 5'7", something like that. He's a pretty short feller. Oh, he's dreamy. No, he's short. They choose camera angles to make him bigger than he is. He's a short guy. He's a manlet. Oh my goodness. John called men that are 5'6" a manlet. No, I'm calling him a manlet. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. He does okay work, but the hype about him is just way over the top. Stop it. But yes, 5'6" is statistically short. I think the average height's 5'9", 5'9.5", something like that for a man. Laurel says not a fan. Hey, Judy's there. Hey, Judy, welcome to the show. Yeah, and I'm sorry, 5'9", 5'10" to me is short. Still, it's shorter than me. I'm not a giant, but I'm 6'4". Now, if you're 5'6" and you're wearing boots with a 2-inch heel, yes, it'll help. Especially if your gal's short. If your gal is like 5 foot to 5'5" and you're 5'6", wear those heels and give her flats. Don't put on those boots, and then her wearing her 3-inch stilettos. Hey, that ain't helping you out any. Now you're shorter than she is. So yeah, you wear your boots, give her flats. You'll be fine. You don't have to be much tall. Some women are with shorter guys. Okay, whatever. It's like I could never be with a gal taller than me. Of course, number one, that's pretty damn tall for a girl. But it'd look weird. And I'd feel weird. I feel weird looking at guys my own height because I'm not used to looking at a guy in the face, eye to eye. I'm used to having to look down at him. It's just the way it is. But, yeah, a woman with a shorter guy, I don't know. Hey, bless you, that's fine. That's fine. But the norm is guys are usually taller than the girl. So if your gal is between 5 foot and 5'5", 6, whatever, and you're 5'6" and you're wearing 2-inch heels and she's wearing flats, you'll be fine because she'll just look up just a little bit. Laurel said my hubby's ex was 6 foot and he was 5'6". Height never bothered him. Yeah, that's fine. Here's another thing you have to understand. There's a huge difference between being 5'6" and being 5'6" your entire life, and being 6'4", and being 6'4" your adult life. There's a big difference there. I guarantee that somebody that was 5'6", if they were suddenly 6 foot or over, they'd be freaked out because they're not used to the world like that. For me, if I drop down to 5'6", that's weird. I'm not used to looking at the world like that. The missus, she's 5'5". Laura says, totally agree. Yeah, I mean, if that's just what you're used to, that's just the way it is. There's advantages for shorter guys being with taller gals. I'm not going to get into them, but there's advantages. Tell you what, when you're out there dancing, your belly rubbing, you can darn near go to sleep. Just saying. Just saying. If she's properly equipped. If you get the properly equipped model. Jacqueline says, guess he had nothing to compensate for. No, it's... Yeah, there's another... Don't give me into compensation. Look. If you're anywhere around average, you can be above or below. And ain't nothing, because you know what most of it has to do with your brain. Everything else is physics. Anybody can do the physical part. It's the brain. That's why you can do the same thing several times, and one time it's going to trip your trigger and the other times it ain't working. Well, it's exactly the same. Why wouldn't it work? Because it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. So as long as you're compatible and the person trips your trigger, chances are you're going to be satisfied. Again, as long as you're within the average, you're fine. Compensate. Yeah. You're proportional. You work well. Because here's another thing out there. Some gals ain't built for big guys. They're not. Like, oh, we're taking this show. Jacqueline took this show down the road. No. Some gals ain't built for big guys. So it's like, oh, I've always wanted. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. No. Some things are best as a fantasy. Laurel said Tommy was always confident in himself and his abilities, and he had nothing to prove. Yeah. The only thing you really have anybody to prove is your partner. That's it. And that's not a constant. Once you proved it, that's it. You don't need to prove it again. It's done. Jacqueline said definitely. Main sex organ is the brain. Yeah. Yeah, and, well, yeah. And then your whole body plays parts and stuff like that. It's like I talk to people, it's like, oh, it's great to have the best body in the world. What if you got the best body in the world, but you got a butterface? That's she got a great body, butterface. On the other hand, it's like, how much time are you going to be doing making the two-backed beast? You know what they call it, the two-backed beast? Versus the rest of your life. You're going to sit across the table with somebody and be able to talk with them and to be able to look into their eyes and enjoy their face and enjoy just who they are. And no, most of your time it's like I say, sex is 1% action and 99% foreplay. Your life is foreplay. Your life is foreplay. From the time you get up in the morning till the time you go to bed. When you go on your drives, when you're eating dinner, it's all foreplay. People get hung up on the wrong things. And yeah, you got to be compatible. Yeah. Yeah. You got to find, looks aren't important. Looks are important. Here you go. You don't have to be perfect, but looks are important. Looks are important. Anybody that says otherwise, a lot of women, they don't matter to me. Bullshit, they matter to you. They matter to you. Get yourself Quasimodo. It doesn't matter how nice he is. You ain't going to. Looks matters. Laurel says sex is just the icing on the cake. You have to have the cake. Or pie. Being what I'm like, oh, shit. Stop it, folks. Jacqueline says, I didn't say that well because I didn't mean compensate like that. Joke. No, that's okay. Well, that's what they mean. That's what they mean. That's part of it. That's why I always get a kick out of somebody gets out of a truck, he's compensating for something. How about that he likes a big truck? Little guys don't buy big trucks because they think that they're because they're little guys physically or sexually. It doesn't. No. Or you see a big guy get out of a truck and he must have a little peener. Well, no, it doesn't work like that, right? People buy what they want to buy. They buy what they want to buy and what they can afford. A lot of people like big trucks. I like big trucks. I don't have a big truck. I'll have a big truck again someday. But it's like, I guess because I drive around zippy. Does that say something about me? No. Well, it says I'm frugal. It says I got what we could afford. It's a nice little car. Gets around. Gets uncomfortable on longer trips. My legs are a bit too long. No. Laurel says I have a big truck. So what does that say about it? Well, there's going to be a long evening if I start dissecting all that stuff, Laurel. No, people are stupid. People are just stupid. Look, I was a single guy at one time. I didn't see anybody, no matter what type of vehicle they drove, had a hard time pulling chicks. You go to the club, you're talking with them, you like the way they talk, you like the way they look. Maybe you're drunk anyways, doesn't matter. You're dancing, you're having a good time. You want to go home and you want to get freaky. And you go outside the club and he's driving a Ford Escort and you go, "Oh no, you're not driving a Ferrari. I'm not going home with you." It doesn't work like that. It works like that maybe in the movies, maybe if you're in Beverly Hills or something, but not in the real world. Nobody gives a shit about that. You got a car, it works. Hell, as long as you don't have to brush shit off the seat to sit down, that's a good start, right? Laurel says, I can't stand being in a smaller vehicle. I like being high. Yeah, me too. I like a full-size SUV and a pickup truck. And I haven't had a full-size SUV for... I had a full-size. No, I had a mid-size. Then I had a full-size. Then I had a mid-size. And now I got a compact. Zippy small. But at least I'm not dragging my ass on the floor. It ain't that small. But yeah. Jacqueline says, I meant Laurel's hubby was evidently self. No, we get it. we get it, Jacqueline. We get it. We're just, you set us down. You set us down a road. You set us down a path. Just don't try to do a U-turn now. We're still going to blame you for it. Doesn't matter what you meant. It's what we took it for. Jacqueline's like, holy shit. Holy shit. Yeah. Wow, it gets rough. It gets rough. Jacqueline ain't seen me when I'm in a mood. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Laurel says, Jacqueline, I knew what you meant. I feel wicked sense of you. Yeah, we tend to. And if you don't, you can't stick around very long. And you got to be quick. Because if you're not quick, some people aren't so quick. You got to be quick. Because we's quick in this. Unless I'm tired, then I'm not so quick. Gus, are you there? Gus likes to give me shit, especially when I'm really tired. Oh, goodness. Judy says, there's no turning back now, Jacqueline. Just embrace it. Yeah, hang on. Hang on. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. You'll get bucked off. Just go with it. Loosen up a little bit. Just go with it. Just find the rhythm and just go with it. It'll settle down. But you set that pony in motion. You got to ride her out. There's Gus. He said, you had to say my name, didn't you? I said it earlier. I invoked your name shortly after the show started, just in case if you were in the weeds. Jacqueline says, my Gracie is 02, 4-wheel, 8-foot bed, 454 engine, sweet old truck. Yeah. I miss my truck. 87 GMC stepside. Oh. Oh no, I might have that picture. Let's see here. See if I can find it. Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it either. Here's a bit of wisdom. This is cowboy wisdom right here. Never piss out the back of a moving pickup. Don't do that. I can't find it. Damn, I hate it when bots send me shit. Everybody's talking in the chat. That's good. You keep chatting while I'm trying to do this. Let's see here.
America's got a VP, man, we hate that chick. We'd like to tell you every day. It's true, we really gotta vote her out in the worst kind of way. She spews a lot of nonsense, work our hands to the bone, to give her money every payday. She wants more dinero just to buy some homes for some folks who don't wanna pay. I won't pay, I don't pay, no way. Kamala, you don't get the job. Say no way, say no way, no way. Kamala, you don't get the job. She wants to take our money, but it won't be enough to keep the tax collectors at bay. I guess on my paycheck, well, it isn't enough, 'cause Ukraine's got expensive taste. I won't pay, no way. Kamala, you don't get the job. Say no way, say no way, no way. Kamala, you don't get the job. Guess it ain't easy doing nothing at all, oh yeah. But hey man, free rides don't just come along every day. Let me tell you about my other friend now. Friend's got a president, we hate that guy. He eats his ice cream every day. He wants more dinero just to chill on the beach. Well, my friends, we gotta say, I won't pay, no way. Kamala, you don't get the job. Say no way, no way. Kamala, you don't get the job. Get out, Kamala, you're fired. Kamala, you're fired. Get out.
That was sent from Justin. He follows my content. Just telling my. So I just played it on my live stream. He's like, damn you, John. Damn you. No, he says, haha, nice. Said they got a kick out of it. Yeah. Judy says, catchy tune. Yeah. Oh, I couldn't find it. Let's see if I can get the damn. I couldn't find a picture of the truck. Whatever. It's a pretty truck. Let's see if I can find one on. Let's see here. 1987 GMC stepside. Okay, let's see if we can get a picture of something like. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. This, sorta. Mine was blue, dark blue, and I had chrome visors over the windows. I had grab rails behind the door with 2 CB antennas, and it wasn't squatted like this. It had 35s. It was a 2-wheel drive like this, but it was taller and it had more classic style rims on it. It had 35s. But that was my baby. That was my baby. Love that truck. Love that truck. I don't think I got one quite like it in here. Still scrolling. Yeah, I bought that truck down in Louisiana. Bought it out from underneath a gal. She, I was driving around, and I was looking for a vehicle of my own. I'd blown up. It was after I blew up. I blew up my 77 Chrysler Cordoba. I blew it up. So I was looking for another vehicle. And I saw this pickup truck, and she was purty. She was sitting up on a hillside. It almost looked like this one, except for a darker blue. She was sitting up on a hill at a car dealership, a little old car dealership down in Louisiana. And I'm like, oh, man, that truck is so sweet. So me and my buddy, we pull in there, and we're like, hey, how much for this pretty thing? And I forget how much it was. Doesn't matter. He named the price. I was like, yeah, done deal. I like it. Can I buy it? He's like, no, another gal, she had come in. And she had put some money down on it. And she was waiting for financing. I was like, financing? Shit. She says, I'll give her a week. And if she can't get the financing, I'll sell it to you. I'm like, good deal. And a week later, yeah, it looked more like this one right here. Except for the wheels weren't quite this big, and it had more rake in the front. This is almost leveled out. Mine nosed down a bit. So yeah, about a week later, I went back in and drove away with my brand new truck. A lot of fun in that truck. The truck's been all over the country. I don't have it anymore. Got old. Engine needed to be rebuilt. I ended up selling it to a brother-in-law. I think a brother-in-law. And he rebuilt the engine. And he sold it to a guy in Maine. I'd like to find that feller. I'd like to find him and get that truck back. It's a beautiful truck. And that's the story of John's stepside. Of course, the Cordoba, it was a British racing green. Maybe a tad bit darker green. Had a Holly 4-barrel sitting on top of a stroked out 400. Oh, yeah. Torsion bars on the back. Jacked up. Has skid plate underneath the front because she'd go and she'd bottom out. She was a beast. Had a button on the dash. Had one of those, those kind of cloth dashes that you can put on there. It's not really cloth, but it's fabric stuff, and it's got the edge on it and stuff, and you put it on your dash. Had one of those, and I had a big old button about this big around it. It said Beyond Bitch on it. I bought that truck from a feller in Wyoming. It was in Wyoming. Bought that one. Drove it around with some Wyoming plates for a little bit till I got Louisiana plates for it. New tags. Yep. Now we got Zippy. Zippy's a good little car. It does okay. Need a truck. Don't we all? Donna got herself a new truck, didn't she? I think Donna got her truck. All the gals have got trucks. Here I am riding around Zippy and the gals got trucks. Fuck you. I'd have had a truck by now if Jack Wagon hadn't backed out of buying my property in Vermont. That's another story. That's another story. I gotta figure out when I want to winterize her, and I gotta go back over there because I replaced all them pipes, and it's like I gotta drain everything out and get her buttoned up for winter because I ain't gonna show her in the wintertime. Mr. Mom, hey, welcome to the show. He says I wouldn't be without a truck. Laurel says he was a mama's boy. Who was a mama's boy? I don't know who you're talking about. No, I didn't. I got whatever I could afford and what I needed. I had trucks. I had minivans. Oh, loved our Dodge Caravan. I tell you, love that minivan. Well, you got a passel of kids like I got. you need something. That boy, and that thing could move. Be surprised. We talked about that before. We were all in agreement that the Dodge Caravans are quite the zippy little SUVs. Oh, the mama's boy. Yeah, about 30 years old or so, still living at home with his folks. So it's like, And his mom was stuck in the hole. I'm not going to go. You're going to give me PTSD there, Laurel. I'm going to have to go through it all again. It's another one. Gus says, can't afford to drive mine much. Yeah, not good on gas. Not good on gas. Some of the newer trucks are okay. The new trucks are getting anywhere between 18 and 21. That's good. It's good. If you're somewhere hovering around 20, you're doing good. You're doing good. Yeah, trucks come in handy. But each time I had to get a new vehicle, it was like, well, what do I need? What can I afford? And trucks, look, back in the day, trucks were the things to get. You could get them a dime or dozen. You get on in years, and it's like, holy shit. Man, I can't buy a piece of shit truck for 2 to 3 times the price of a halfway decent car or SUV. They're expensive. Gus says he's lucky he gets 10 miles to the gallon. Well, that's okay, because Gus helped me. He drove me to Vermont, and we brought some stuff over, and I filled up his tank. Didn't do too bad. Laurel says mine's a diesel. Helps me keep my foot a bit lighter. Yeah. Yeah. So how fast do you want to get up to speed? That matters too. How fast do you want to get up to speed? Yeah. Zippy gets like 800 miles to the gallon. No, I don't know what he gets. It's got to get in the mid-20s easy. Not a lot of room, though. Let's see what they say it gets. Chevy Trax MPG. Oops. Here we go. Yeah. 28. 25 in the city, 33 on the highway. Like I said, I never paid attention, but I know if I'm not putting my foot into it, that damn thing will go forever. You can't argue with that. 25 in the city, 33 on the highway. Mr. Mom says, I have a 2012 Chevy Silverado Crew Cab, Texas Edition, red. Chrome, let's not get too specific here. No, you're not leaving anything out. Nerf bars, chrome, tubular bed rails, and a full bed liner with 1826 gas, Hall's butt. Where do you get pulling? You drop down to about, what, 11 to 13? You're towing something. Those are pretty good empty. Those are pretty good empty miles. Laurel says the road trips, I keep it between 75. I get 20 to 22. Yeah, you got to find where its sweet spot is. Gus says, mine will haul anything. V10, 450 horsepower. Just likes to drink gas. Yeah, sometimes I do it. Hey, yeah, I had the Cordoba. That thing, the gas gauge went down the same speed the speedometer went up. So, yeah. Yeah. But, yeah, what you get there, Mr. Mom Towing? You get about 13. A lot of people balk at towing Jeep MPGs, but it's like, look, if you need to tow something, you need to tow it. You need to tow it. You can't pay for that. Well, you can, but yeah. Oh, goodness gracious. Again, folks, the system is screwed up. I'm actually reading the text in a separate place because YouTube's back end is messed up. I'm running layers on top of layers. If you missed the first of the show, the folks at Laurel and whoever was in here when I was doing that saw the gobbledygook I got over on one of my screens. It's a mess. But I'm running. I'm going good. I'm going good. Today's Wednesday. Oh, nose itches. Yeah, like trucks. Where's Mr. Mom? I asked him a question. Yeah, I knew my tracks got. Let's see if I got a. I'll show you what it looks like. This is what Zippy looks like. It's not. This isn't Zippy, but I'll show you what Zippy looks like. Yeah, here we go. Okay. There we go. Here's Zippy. That's not Zippy, but that's what Zippy looks like. So, Big John, this is what he drives around in. It does what it's supposed to do. It works. Cute little car. I'll put the canoe on the top of it. Take her out. Looks about standard, so blend in. Jacqueline says, My Gracie gets 12 miles per gallon and move me across the country, yeah. Mr. Mom says pretty much the same. My daughter towed a U-Haul from Tulsa to Dallas and back, moved a friend of hers. Yeah, that's a great thing when you got a truck. One of my last moves I moved with, we had a full-size SUV, so that worked too. We just got a trailer hitch, and that thing will pull anything. You don't need to rent a U-Haul. Just get a U-Haul trailer, and it's, hey, that's good to go. Good to go. But yeah, that's what Zippy looks like. You can tell my Zippy because on the back end, just behind the, it's on the tailgate below the windshield wiper, I got a U.S. flag, a metal U.S. flag. That's how I tell my Zippy in the parking lot. It's like, does it have, because there's so many out there that look about the same. So, what is that Zippy? No, it doesn't have the flag on the back. It used to be colored. Now it's not colored at all. The sun just worn all the stuff out. Laurel said my son's truck can haul a lot. He's got the fifth wheel hitch and the gooseneck. Yeah. Stop it. You folks are making me feel inadequate. It's like, yeah, okay. Right. Till I climb out of the vehicle. Does that guy ever stop getting out of that vehicle? Oh, okay, he's out now. Holy shit, stop it. No, I'm not a giant, but yeah, Zippy's kind of small. So now you know why I call it Zippy. It was funny. Before we got it was like, reading all the reviews, and people were like, it doesn't handle well, and it doesn't have fast enough acceleration. Look, I grew up in the old days. Zippy is fine. I haven't had a case where Zippy didn't have enough power to get me out of where I need to go. Gets up to highway speed easy. I've never been lagging. Great on the back roads. Oh my goodness. Judy says I walked up to 2 cars last night in the parking lot before I found mine. Right. Always put something on it. I always look on the back. Yeah, okay, that's mine. I'd hate to go to the door and try to open it and shit. Oh, it's not my car. Mr. Mom says my daughter put an Australian Shepherd sticker on my Chevy Equinox. It says Holland Oss. Oh, there you go. Yeah, anything that'll set it apart. Anything. Yep. Yeah, good little cars. My youngest, I taught her how to drive, and she got herself, mine's all-wheel drive. Hers is front-wheel drive. But she got, her first car was a black Chevy Trax. Better than my first car. Better than Mrs.'s first car. It's like, yeah, that's a damn right respectable first vehicle there. Hell yeah. She's proud of it. Now she got a guy. He's my height. There you go. Yeah, I know exactly how that vehicle feels. Laurel said we had a Ford Focus SVT. That thing was fast. We called it the Buzz Bomb 6-speed. Yeah. Jacqueline says we couldn't have a U.S. flag sticker in SoCal. They'd damage your vehicle. Display my U.S. flag proudly. And yeah, touch my vehicle, please. Yeah, well, in New Hampshire, we don't play that game anyways. Yeah, well, here's a thing about fast vehicles. You don't have to have the fastest vehicle to win the race. Especially just, out on the road. It's the one who lets up last that wins. The one that lets up first loses. It's not the size of the engine, it's the size of your balls. It wins a street race. But, yeah. No, there I go. There I go. Talking about testicular fortitude. Our funnest, we had a Mustang. It was nice. That was a nice car. But the funnest car to drive that we've had was our Dodge Daytona Shelby. It looked like an Escort. It was like Fox body Mustangs look like Escorts too. They're just square. No, Dodge Daytona Shelby was the same way. Boy, that thing could move. She cooked. She cooked. Oh, goodness. Well, we got the Mustang. It was always the missus's dream. So it's like, okay, check this off the list. We had a Mustang. It was a 90. Was it 94? '94 Mustang. Okay, it was in 96. We'll see whether they're the same. Same. I don't remember whether it was a 94 or a 96, but it was that same body style. Mustang. It was a nice car. You know, I say the mark of a good vehicle is if after, owning it for years, you can still go out to the parking lot and you see it parking there and you just go, I like that. It was one of those. Jacqueline says, well, I'm 70 female. Well, of course you're 70 female. All right, dating site, you're 70 and 5'3". I pick my battles with discretion. Yeah, discretion is the better part of honor. Valor, there we go. Discretion is the better part of valor. Gus says, unless you drive a Prius. Yeah. Oh, my God, I got to say it. We saw our first... What the hell's that? The pickup truck that freaking Elon has. The Tesla pickup trucks, Cyber trucks. We saw our first Cyber truck this last weekend. My God, they're even more hideous in person than you see them in the pictures. My goodness. Right, Laurel says the Tesla truck. Oh, my God, they're ugly. They are freaking hideous. We were driving, I was like, we actually slowed down as we passed it. It's like, you're a freaking moron. You can't tell me that people think that truck looks good. They just bought it because it was the first of its kind. It is a god-awful, hideous beast. It looks like a stainless steel version of the soap, or the little, the wooden derby cars that they used to put the CO2 cartridge in the back of it and do the little races, and they had the eye hooks underneath them with a fishing line to keep them going in a straight line. That's what it looks like. It looks like the kid that couldn't carve a decent piece and just spray painted it silver. They are so god-awful ugly. Jacqueline said that again. If disability, that's not what she said. If absolutely needed, my 34 Equalizer is a realistic option. Yeah, well, you do your thing. You do your thing. Yep. But yeah, that was a god-awful ugly truck. Mr. Mom said, I never owned a sports car. I did, however, own a 95 Chevy Silverado with a 5.7. They were putting in the Corvettes at the time. Yes, 145 mile per hour. Yeah, 145 in a truck's fast. That's fast. Now, I used to drive a sedan over in the Autobahn, and 145. You're about doing the speed limit there. You're keeping up with traffic. But yeah, in a truck, wow. Yeah, they had Ford come out with the Lightning, I think, too. It's a similar Ford Lightning. Isn't it Ford had the Lightning? Then for a while they stopped doing it. They stopped making those little trucks. Yeah, Laurel says 145 in a truck, that's scary. Yeah. Yeah. unless you got it slammed to the pavement, you got a little float there. You're gonna float a bit. You're gonna float. Yep. Yep. But yeah, we saw our first cyber truck. My goodness. We laughed. What are you going to do, right? Oh. But that's okay. I'll laugh about the guys. They lift their truck and then they put the low-profile tires on like a 30-inch rim, low-profile tires, and the tire is like 3 feet wide and it's sticking out past. That's stupid as shit, too. Stop it. It's not as bad as squatting them, but yeah, it's stupid. Stop it. Yeah. I laugh at a lot of things. People can laugh at Zippy all they want. I call my gray man vehicle. I'll just blend in. Doesn't matter where it is. Just blends right in. You don't notice it. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. So what else we got going on here? Oh, LA Times refused to endorse Kamala Harris. They endorsed Biden, Hillary, and Obama. And they refused to endorse Kamala Harris. The last time they refused to endorse anybody was during the Democrat primaries, and Elizabeth Warren was running, and she was sort of in the lead, and they refused to endorse her. But yeah. So she didn't get the LA Times. Hell, they endorse everybody short of Fidel Castro. Hell, the LA Times, they probably would endorse Fidel Castro. But yeah, they're like, no, we're passing on this one. Well, shit, the freaking Teamsters passed on it as well, and a bunch of other places passed on it as well. They didn't. Some of them just switched right over and just endorsed Trump, and that's fine. But others just said, I'm not going to endorse anybody. Not doing it. Well, there you go. Trump is leading all the polls right now, except for a national aggregate. And it's still within margin of error. So. Going to be interesting. What else we got going on here? Yeah, I posted up a bunch of stuff today. If you ain't been to my Facebook page, go to it. Bunch of good content to read there. I didn't post any memes, I don't think. I don't think I posted any memes today. Oh, look right here. No, there's some people call it a meme. It's a bumper sticker. I call it it's just text with a background color. That's not a meme. People call it a meme. It's not. Yeah, I didn't post any. I didn't post a single meme today. May or may not. Mr. Mom says it was gorgeous with ground effects kit, custom paint job, chromed out and had full police equipment. I was on call. Well, there you go. There you go. Laurel says, well, that's the way to roll. Well, hell, that's the way to roll. Okay. Laurel says, freaking autocorrect hell. Yes, I have a hard enough time. Look, I have a hard enough time seeing it and reading it. It's small and that far away. And then you got damn autocorrect going in there and then fat fingers. It's like everybody's screwing with John tonight. The system's not running. The back end for YouTube isn't running. At least I'm pumping out the show. I'm able to pump out the show. Pump the jam. Pump it up. Who is that? Salt and Pepper? Is it Salt and Pepper? Who does pump it? That's push it. What's pump the jam? What's this here? Is it salt and pepper? Push it real good. Yeah, I guess it would be salt and pepper. It's called push it. But I thought it was pump the jam, pump it up. See here. No, that's push it real good. No. But no. There we go. Pump the jam. There we go. It's Technotronic. It's Technotronic sings Pump Up the Jam. Not push it real good. That is salt and pepper. Technotronic. What the hell was that? 89. 89. 89. I think I was in Germany. It was Germany in 89. Judy says, oh my God, Cowboy. Mr. Mom says, as they say now, 10 toes and standing on business. Yeah. Oh. Hey, if you had fun with the truck, that's good. That is good. That is good. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mr. Mom says, Germany is on my bucket list. I've been stationed there twice. One in Garlstedt, which is between Bremerhaven and Bremen. And the other time, Frankfurt. Neat country. Like the U.S., it's not the same all the way around. Northern Germany, Central Germany, and Southern Germany down by Bavaria is a little different. Different types of Germans. Very interesting. Good place to visit. Would not recommend living there. Yeah. Nice place. Yeah, stationed there twice. Ah, goodness gracious. Entschuldigen Sie bitte, wo ist der Bahnhof? Excuse me, please. Where's the train station? That's one of the first things you ever learn. Entschuldigen Sie bitte. Ich habe eine Zigarette bitte? Excuse me, please. Can I have a cigarette, please? Was ist los mit dir, mein Schatz? Ich habe einen sehr großen Schwanz für dich. No, I'm not going to say what that is. Oh, no. John, stop it. You're going to get yourself... I'm going to get myself banned in Germany is what I'm going to do. Mr. Mom says Ireland, Scotland, France, Italy, Greece would all be on my... Yeah, I'm done traveling. It'd be neat to go to Scotland, because it's my heritage. But, yeah, my traveling is done. What's in the coffee cup, Cowboy, says Judy. It is Blueberry Cobbler from New England brand. Hey, you listening, Donna? Blueberry Cobbler. It's Blueberry Cobbler. Blueberry Cobbler. Good stuff. I had Donna's favorite. Yeah, she hates those. She hates my berries. Now I tell you, she'd like the chocolate covered strawberry from Dunkin' Donuts. Boy, that's good stuff. And I was like, oh, dinner. I had shrimp Alfredo. for dinner. It was very good. The missus is like, I'm going to make you some shrimp Alfredo, but we don't have the whatever the hell those wider noodles are. She says, you're just going to have it on sketty. And I said, that's fine. It's fine by me. Laurel says, we had that last night. Did you? Did you? It's good. It's a good standby. Shrimp Alfredo. Gus says, there's a lot of people listening but not speaking up. Yeah, I'm carrying the water again. Say, John, it's your show. Yeah, and the Whiskey Cowboy Live, that's that narcissist shit again. Oh, he named a show after himself. Well, I didn't have a name. I said, okay. I let you all pick it. Said, you want to call it something else? We'll call it something else. And the majority of the folks said, no. We'll keep it right there. Short and sweet. Simple. You know what it is. You know what it is. Well, it's the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Some shows are better than others. Man, we used to be hopping. It comes and goes. Comes and goes. So what we got? So you had shrimp Alfredo last night too, did you, Laurel? Not Laurel. Judy. No. Yeah, Laurel. Yeah, Laurel said that. Judy's talking about coffee. Laurel talked about dinner. I don't know what we're going to have for dinner this time. We had smash burgers on Saturday. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. And had, we have Sunday night. We had, I made thick cut pork chops, boneless pork chops, and then I sliced them thin. And had gravy and sauteed onions and mushrooms over that, and also had roasted potatoes. You know, put olive oil on it, salt and pepper, roast them in the oven, and then cover some of that with the gravy and the sauteed onions and Brussels sprouts. Laurel says, getting time for the soups, stews, and chilies. Yeah, the missus made me a really good chicken blanco chili last week. Oh, that was good. It's a white chili with chicken. Oh, spicy. Spicy. Got corn and beans and chicken and a bunch of goodies in it. Oh, it was good. Sam's Club used to sell a type. They sell a chicken blanco chili, and they stopped selling. It's like, oh, you sums of beachies. So she's like, I'm going to make you some. I'm like, good, I like that. Mr. Mom said, someday if I'm lucky enough to find a lady, I'll do the traveling. I'm widowed for 5 years, and I don't want to do it alone. No, I get it. I got to do some while married. The wife was in the travel industry for a while. Well, sorry to hear that. Sorry for your loss. Yeah, hopefully you might find a nice gal. I'm just done. The missus is too. She's been around. That didn't sound right. We both seen the world. And we settled in here because she grew up in New Hampshire. Her and her family, the gals, bunch of gals out loud. And yes, International Speedway. Yep. That's where she grew up. Not at the Speedway, but in Loudon. So that's where we are. We raise most of our kids here. But we're done. We're done. We want to travel. We want to travel in the United States. We'd like to do that. We'd like to at least one more trip. We've seen most of the states, but we'd like one more trip, do a loop, see some things, stay out of dipshit states. I'd like to see some California areas and stuff. I'm not doing it because I exercise my rights. So the map would show us traveling accordingly. But yeah, well, good luck finding that gal that you can travel with. Enjoy the simple things. Yeah, it'd suck going by yourself. Need somebody to keep you company and enjoy and share the experience with. It's like, John, how many different ways can you say share, enjoy? Laurel says, sorry for your loss. I'm just shy of 3 years from losing my hubby. We were going to see all the places he drag raced. I hope you'll find a lovely lady. Lady. Yeah. Mr. Mom says, exactly. Share the memories. Yeah. Doing it yourself. Yeah, it's nothing. I see people too. They got all a bunch of toys and they just go out and play by this. Like, why? Share it. Share it. Share the experience. Let others enjoy, and you can remember together later on. Yep. Plus, the quiet evenings after you're done, after you're eating your meals, and you just crawl into bed and turn on the TV or just listen to the whatever's going on outside. You can just sit there and not say anything. Just being with somebody is fine. Mr. Mom says, Laurel, sorry for your loss, ma'am. Ah, good coffee. Yep. Nobody else chime in and say you lost somebody. You're gonna make me tear up here. Stop it. But yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Yeah. Oh, I'm rolling in the dough. I'm in the first day of the new 30-day pay cycle. I haven't closed out the day yet. I'm at $6.13. Oh my goodness. Hard day of work. Jacqueline says, California is so not what it used to be. These days are not missing much. You're not missing much, at least not near the cities. I don't like near any cities. Laurel says, that's why my son and his family live with me now. I can't keep up the 18 acres by myself. I could except for hooking that damn mower behind the tractor. Yeah. Gus says here, Rich. Yeah, I know. I'm just rolling in it. There you go. I can buy a cup of coffee now with what I made today. I can buy a cup of coffee. I'm rich. I got a good woman, a warm house, and plenty to eat. Got some chickens. They're molting. They ain't laying eggs. So they eating, but they ain't laying. It'll be done soon. The missus says if they don't start, she says if they don't start laying soon, she's going to give Gus a call and say, Gus, would you like some chickens? Oh. Buck, buck. I got some chicken gumbo and some chicken chili and some chicken pot pie, some barbecue chicken. Laurel says, oh, damn, give them a chance. No, she is. She is. It was just funny. She did say that. Yeah, Mr. Mom says no eggs. Call Colonel Sanders. Yeah, they got a couple more years left to laying eggs. When chickens are molting, they don't, and they do it twice a year. They don't like to lay eggs. Oh goodness, but yeah, she said that if they don't start laying, call Gus. See if he wants some chickens. That was just funny. Just put up a picture of the Colonel. Yeah, hang it on the inside door inside the run. See, there you go, girls. Let's get to producing. Oh, my face hurts. Like John has been killing me the whole show. My goodness. Mr. Mom says a friend of my daughter has chickens and ducks. Yeah, my son brought over some duck eggs. Some friends of his had some duck eggs. Here's don't do poached duck eggs. It doesn't. You'd have to put vinegar in the water for the whites to coagulate. If you put salt or just leave it alone, they just dissipate into nothing. The missus found out. She's like, I wanted to make some poached eggs and there was no damn whites. I said, well, baby. Did you go online to figure out where there was a problem? So we got on. It's like, yeah, duck eggs. If you want to poach a duck egg, you got to make sure that you put some vinegar in the water or something. Don't put salt in regular water. It just dissipate the damn thing. So Laurel says one of them will be going to the grocery store to get some eggs to put in the nests. Yeah, we got wooden eggs. Wooden eggs. Mr. Mom says I was going to devil some duck eggs. Yeah, that would work. Because you're doing that, you're still inside the damn shell. Duck egg make great deviled eggs. Very rich and yummy. Yeah. Yep. Just don't poach them. Fry them, deviled. Put them in things. Don't poach them. They don't like that. They just dissipate into nothing. You just end up with a yolk. Well, there you go. Live and learn. Well, we didn't know. I hard boil my eggs in my Instant Pot. Yeah, the missus has one of those too. Instant Pot. She loves it. We do a lot of stuff in that thing. So Instant Pot, air fryer. We had a Foodie Ninja, and that's all of it together. That was pretty cool till it broke. Excuse me. But yeah. Yep. I do my fast ribs in an Instant Pot. You take one or two full racks of baby backs. Prepare it just like you're normally going to do, but you cut them into 3 sections and then line them in standing up inside the Instant Pot. Put your either put water in it in the bottom because you want a little bit of steam, or put some like beef broth, and we throw in some liquid smoke and we cook them that way. Of course, they're rubbed and put in there. And we cook them that way for, I think it's about 25 minutes. Then we take them out, slather them up with barbecue sauce, put them in the oven at 350 for another 10 minutes, because that'll caramelize the barbecue sauce. So in under an hour, you get fall off the bone, delicious pork ribs with the Instant Pot. Granted, it's not as good as when I do it for hours and hours out in the smoker, but I tell you what, you want good ribs in under an hour, that's the way to do it. Mr. Mom says, I use barbecue sauce and Dr. Pepper in my IP to do ribs. Yeah, that'll work too. Yep. A lot of people don't think about it. Good that you're doing it that way. I tell you, it comes out great, doesn't it? I mean, it's not as good as doing it for like 4 to 6 hours out in the smoker, but I tell you what, you want good tender ribs done right and good flavor and stuff. You don't have time, that's what you do. Gus says, did I tell you we're going to get a griddle for home? Yes. Sally was having withdrawals. I told him that earlier in the year because I'm like, man, she loves to cook with the griddle up there, up at camp. They got a nice new trailer up in the Great White North. In the shadows of Mount Washington, New Hampshire. And I said, man, you're going to need one at home. If you don't cart it back and forth, you're going to want one at home. Yeah. Yeah, she got back, season closed up, and it wasn't even a week, was it, Gus? And you said, John, we're getting a griddle. Sally needs her griddle down here. Yeah, I don't think it was a week, was it? Mr. Mom says, like an outdoor Blackstone? Says, yep, just a week. Yeah. I got one too, but it's not a Blackstone. Same thing. It's not a Blackstone. And mine, I just set it on a table. I got a separate table in my kitchen. I just set it on the table. But you can get them with the carts, the full carts and everything. That'd be cool, but yeah. Also got I got the insert for my standard gas grill. I got a big gas grill, and I got the insert that's a griddle. It doesn't work as good. I like the rig setup all by itself. But yeah, love them damn things. Got to have our smash burgers. Oh, they're all dry. If you've had a smash burger that's dry, it was cooked by a moron. None of mine are dry. Anything but. Anything but. Holy cow. Laurel says, I have a 36 Blackstone out on the back porch. Yep. Then Tommy bought a smaller one for the traveling. Yeah, they got those smaller ones are nice too. We got the I don't know if it's a 36. It's pretty close to that. It's pretty close to a 36. But it's not a Blackstone. But yeah. Didn't want anything smaller because it's like, if I'm going to entertain and stuff, I need something that I can at least cook on. But if it was like just me and the missus out or traveling, then that's fine. And then we have a small regular gas grill thing that we put in the back of Zippy for that. And that's pretty good. Gus says we got the one with that had a dent, and they took $100 off. Hell yes. And you didn't even have to put it together. Well, it ain't much to put together anyways. But yeah, it got a dent in it. Shit, $100 off. As long as the dent ain't in the top of the griddle. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. It's a good deal. That's a good deal there, Gus. Go through the store and just put a big dent in everything you want. And go back in the next day and go, hey, yeah, I kind of like this, but it's got a big dent in the side. Can I get a discount? No, I'm kidding. I'm not advocating that. Don't do that. That's wrong. That's wrong. Plus, I'm a pretty honest guy. I couldn't do that anyways. Couldn't live with myself. No, ain't my way. It ain't my way. Holy shit, it's after 10 o'clock. It's after 10 o'clock. Wayne didn't show up. He hasn't been on for a while. I know he was on Facebook earlier today. He made a post. He got worked up. He got worked up. Rightfully so. It was righteous indignation. It was. Well, did anybody else have anything to say before I close this down? Mr. Mom says, go to the hardware section and grab hammer and then start shopping. Yeah. Not pre-shopping. It's the day before. I hear they're going to have a sale tomorrow. Bing, bing, bing. Oh. No, don't do that, folks. That's not good. This is just humor. We're not advocating this stuff. Yipper. You're all terrible. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Gus says we were about to load it, and the guy saw it and said, I will go see if another one. Oh, see, well, there you go. Well, that's a good deal. It's always good if you come out less than what you expected to pay anyways. That's always good. Jacqueline says, good night, everybody. Good night, and thank you for having us, John. You're most welcome, Jacqueline. Again, thank you for joining the ride. Go ahead and keep posting. Yes, any comment helps the algorithms. They don't care whether you write a book or whether you whether you do a sentence, or one word. Hey, I agree. Thumbs up, picture, whatever. It counts it as the same thing. You go, I don't comment. No, comment. Just post something. I don't care. Helps the algae rhythms. The algae rhythms. Okay, anybody else got anything to say before we close this down tonight? Next show will be Sunday. Sunday. Mr. Baum says, good night, everyone. Until next time. Solante. Salanja. Salangi. Salad dressing. Cheers. Prost. Skål. Gus says, good night, everyone, and have a great rest of the week. Indeed, indeed. Hopefully the weather will still be good. It was pretty hot today. It was in the mid-70s. Holy crap. Holy crap. See you online. Be up bright and early in the morning putting out some more stuff. Like, share, subscribe. If you feel led to and you can, go ahead and hit the links in the show. Every little bit helps. With that, God bless. What was that? It was in the 90s today. I thought you were saying somebody turned 90 today. Yeah, it's pretty hot in there. You're going to keep me talking. Stop it, Judy. Judy, Laurel, Gus, Mr. Mom, whoever else, Jacqueline, anybody else. There's more people than that because the numbers are higher. Whoever is here that didn't say hey, and I didn't say hey to you, and I'm saying goodbye now. Thank you for joining the show. God bless. And take care.